Good morning, everybody. Erin Wester here. I'm about to get my workout on, but I wanted to come live and talk a little bit more about what I learned yesterday about gut health. Um, so, as most of you know, I am seeing a naturopath doctor. Um, I had some blood work done. I had an MRI done at my regular doctor, and just really the only thing they could tell me was that I had an insufficiency in vitamin D. They said everything else was normal, regular, fine. Playing good MRI is fabulous, that's great, but it still didn't give me any answers. So that's why I decided to dig deeper, to go further and talk to some people I know within the Beachbody world. And one coach local to me referred me to her naturopath doctor that she uses. Naturopath, I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right. If I'm wrong, Sarah, let me know. I don't think you're on. I think you're probably working. But she referred me to a naturopath who lives about 10 miles west of Janesville. So it's a little over an hour drive, but it's absolutely worth it. I had to pay out of pocket. I mean, I'm going to commit to insurance and see what they do, but the money I spent and the drive was 100% worth it because I got more answers in the 2 hours I was there than I've gotten in the past 3 years. We've always done a natural way. When I was younger, I had lots of health issues. I would have fevers. I would have urinary tract infections, yeast infections, all these horrible medical things, and they could never give me a reason why these things would happen. So we went the best of health route, natural supplements, things like that, balancing the body, all that kind of stuff, which I'm not very familiar with anymore. I use Congaplex and Flu Solution and Red Clover, those kind of things, but I'm not that educated in the natural realm, acupuncture, things like that. I'm just not that educated about it. So seeing the naturopath doctor was just very, very informative and really, really helpful. So if you're not getting answers from your regular doctor, I greatly suggest a naturopath. Even though it's expensive, it's your peace of mind and it's your health and it's important. Hey, Michelle. And basically, while I was there, it was a 2 hour appointment. So I basically talked to her about everything going on with me, my headaches, what kind of headaches I have, how migraines come about, what kind of things bring on the migraines, the changes I made in my diet, the exhaustion I've been having. I've been having some joint pains. Most often right now, I'm having joint pains in my fingers and my ankles and my wrists and my elbows. And just the pure exhaustion and like headaches almost every single day. Thanks, Michelle. So, after all of this that we talked about, all the things we talked about the loss of my daughter, we talked about losing my horse, my dad's best friend being sick, my nephew having been diagnosed with cancer right around when we were supposed to get married, the domestic violence I've experienced, being adopted, the emotional eating that started when I was 12, the major competition and going to therapy for that when I was about 13. So, we talked about it all. And I mean, it kind of felt like therapy, but obviously it's not because she's just trying to figure out 100% what's going on, had a physical exam, all those kind of things. And really what she came up with is that all the stress and loss that I've experienced is affecting my gut health. So my gut is the problem. We need to heal the gut, which means taking some GI repair powder. It's going to go right in my Shakeology once it comes. I had to order it special. Also taking magnesium on top of the vitamin D I'm already taking a very potent dosage of vitamin D once a week, which I took that this morning. Magnesium citrate, upping the iron in my food. So trying to get 20 to 25 grams of iron a day through my food. That's on top of the 5 I get in Shakeology. So she wanted me to have 20 to 30. So if I do about 20 to 25 additional, in addition to my vegan Shakeology, that'll be perfect. And something called 5-HTP, which is something I'm still not that familiar with and I'm still learning. So I mean, a lot of different kind of supplements. I'm on about 7 supplements. I can't just name them off the top of my head right now. I think yesterday when I went live, I named the list and named everything that I'm taking. But it's a lot to do with, I got to heal my gut. And also I need to talk to my doctor today and get a T3, T4 ran just to be sure my thyroid's not an issue. She doesn't think it's adrenal. Healing the gut is going to help with the headaches. The magnesium is going to help with the headaches. And really just go that route and see how it is. And then go back in a month to see her. She also wants me to see a therapist that specifically deals with emotional eating, which is a big part of why I have issues, because I will emotionally eat, and I will emotionally eat things that I shouldn't be eating. So I need to stay on a gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free diet and cut carbs. Not 100%, she said, but cut it by half. So, I use a container system, the Portion Fix container system, and she said instead of 4 carbs a day, I should have 2. So I'm cutting my carbs in half and seeing how that helps. And again, she gave me a list of iron-rich foods. So those are the foods I'm going to have to make sure I get 20 to 25 grams a day on that. So, I mean, it's a different way to go, but I think it's going to help. I think also talking to therapists about the emotional eating is going to help. Because, I've been to therapy for multiple things. I've been to therapy for competition anxiety. I've been to therapy for the domestic violence. I've been to therapy for loss. So I've done therapy. Obviously, when I going to school to be a social worker, they said you need to go to therapy because you need to figure out your personal stuff before you can help other people. So, I've done that. But she thinks I really need to go see a therapist that focuses on the emotional eating aspect, because when I emotionally eat, I eat the things that make my gut worse. Gluten, dairy, sugar, those are just things that make my gut health worse. So when I emotionally eat, I just do more damage to my health, give myself more headaches, give myself more joint pain. So doing all these things should help. Obviously, I will keep you guys updated. Obviously, it's a more expensive route to go than regular medicine, but luckily I do fairly well and I can afford to go this route. It took a little finagling. It's taking cutting out some things, but that's okay because my health is more important than some of the extras that I really don't need. So that's really my update for you guys for today. It is time to get my workout on. Obviously, if you have any questions, you can comment below the video. You can send me a message. 100% willing to give you the names of the things I'm taking, the amounts I'm taking. I would assume you can get most of the stuff I'm on from like a natural food store. My particular doctor has an online store where you can get all the stuff from. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm hoping that this is my answer. This is what's going on. And obviously stress has a huge effect on me. It's always had a huge effect on me. Stress was made when I was working for the state doing investigations for child protection, like going in and taking kids, things like that. My stress level was the highest it ever was. And that's when my orthopedic doctor basically said when I had my back injury that it was from the stress of the job. I'm like, I injure my back, but I continue to make it worse because of the stress. So a lot of my pain, my headaches, things like that are stress induced. And that's 100% accurate. And I 100% agree with that. So I'm trying to get the stress level down, trying to treat this all naturally and get some great results. And I'm going to stay on top of my workouts, stay on top of my Shakeology, because doing all those things just makes life easier for me. So everybody have a great Tuesday, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.